How's it going, everyone? Bunny Joe here. I am a gamer, have been for my many decades of life since I was 3 years old. Played pretty much everything, as you can see in my Steam, from MOBAs to FPS to roguelikes to you name it. You see, even mine categorizes already 134 different items. The one thing I've never tried though, despite thousands of hours in Black Desert, oh yeah, Destiny, Eve didn't really get in. Final Fantasy, Lost Ark, Warframe, Terra, everything I could get my hands on over the years. I have never once touched a little old game called Runescape. So I thought I'd start it, kind of just record my journey, see where all of this goes. Um, I've obviously heard of Runescape for years, and I just can't believe I've never actually touched it. You can see my total playtime is 100 minutes, the first time in my life ever I launched RuneScape was last night, and it was just to adjust my settings. So I'm actually still on Tutorial Island even. That's how new I am to this game. Um, Inspiration kind of came from, you know, when your YouTube feed kind of just decides what you're watching for you for the week? That's what happened to me. So decided, well, I've always heard about it. I've heard only good things about it. I'm kind of over the FOMO grind fest that are Warframe's good. Destiny 2, Final Fantasy. Just tired of all the battle passes and do this daily and do that. So I want to play a game where I can jump in and jump out as I please and feel like it's not going to impact my progress in the long run. And RuneScape kind of seemed perfect. Plus, it's finally a chance for me to try one of the most influential games of all time. So yeah, I finished Tutorial Island. So I waited for some resources to download, and here we are. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it, and yeah, I guess this will be my first time ever seeing Lump Rage. I'm also new to this recording, streaming kind of thing. I streamed a little while, a bit in the great year of 2020, but so there's obviously some King's Tie on, but I want to keep it light-hearted, fun. My favorite kind of content creators to watch are the guys who just tell you cool stories about their life while they play games, kind of mild commentary, try to keep it going. Gojo is one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment, kind of inspired me to just kind of start something I've thought about for years. Critical will always be the GOAT. I think I've been subscribed to that guy from day one. Yeah. As you can see, now we are downloading more cache items, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Well, what my plans for the channel are. Not really any big plans. Not if this kicks off, it kicks off, and that'd be fantastic. Don't think it's ever going to be my main focus, but I will try and post a variety of content in different styles, focusing on different genres. I tend to do that. I get obsessed with one particular genre at a time, and then I just beat that to death for a month or two until I'm over it. So I guess MMOs are on my list for the next few months. I'm all caught up in current update of Where Winds Meet. Fantastic game. Only recommend it. Didn't really feel like getting back into Warframe just yet. Yeah, so decided, you know what, maybe it's time to finally touch this game. As I said, so we're just gonna wait for these things to download. But yeah, future of this channel, I don't know. Up in air. If it pops off, it pops off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think I'm just doing this for fun. People have always told me I've got interesting stories to tell them, and I guess you guys will hear about those in the coming weeks and months as my uploads change. Don't be surprised about the variety of content that will be posting. Like I said, been a gamer for since I was 3 years old, 20 plus something years. In fact, depending on who the audience of this video reaches, I'm pretty sure I've got games in my cupboard that are older than you. Upload schedule, no consistent upload schedule just yet. Just want to see when I basically want to just upload, well, record and play when I have time away from work, which isn't that often. I run a very, very busy business, so this will just be a fun side piece. But I've always wanted to just kind of riff my own thoughts while I play games, and I guess this is the perfect way to do that. I'm not gonna bore you guys with sitting here downloading the rest of this cache, so I'm gonna pause the recording for now, and then I will continue once the cache is downloaded. So yeah, thanks for listening to me preamble for a bit, I suppose. Continue shortly. Okay, Lord, that took long. Yeah, here we go. This is gonna be my first ever time leaving Tutorial Island in RuneScape. I guess going to Umbridge is the starting location I've heard, I think. There we go. That wasn't popping up for me last night and I couldn't figure out why, but it was good. Gave me time to kind of set up everything that I needed to. I know I still have a few issues with the sibilances pop in. I'm trying to configure all my audio settings and recording settings to be as smooth as possible, but I guess that's why you post a couple videos first to test all those things, right? So here we go. First time seeing Lumbridge in person and not in a photo. Not in a video rather. I have been watching a lot of RuneScape content recently. Josh Drive Hayes kind of put me onto it with his recent fall into RuneScape 3. And yeah, I did decide on RuneScape 3, not old school RuneScape. I know ASRS is much more popular. But the graphical and visual fidelity to me is just, it's not worth it. I'm not really ingrained in the community. I don't really have any strong ties to it as an OG player, so I guess I'm just gonna try to do my best and figure out things. I want to try not using guides for as long as possible. Obviously, I have a lot of information from the content that I have watched. But yeah, for the most part, I want to just figure out this game, play it casually, do things myself, focus mainly on combats, questing, and skilling, which, okay, well done, that's all RuneScape's about, but yeah, I'd like to explore everything this game has to offer, and go from there. The UI is already a mess, but nothing we can't figure out there. Alright, let's see the introduction tells you archaeology. Where do I even begin? I always ask the old man, man. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Yeah, I'm gonna do all kinds of things. Trainer mana, okay. Is there anything that could get me ranged, actually? Fancy a bit of advice. Let's see. They did give me recommendations, but where did that tab go to? There it is. Okay. Let's go to activity track here and just see what's Let's literally just speak to the sage again. Okay. What's up, man? More options. Skillless, questless. Even more options, I guess. We can find a quest, okay. Yeah, said that already. Let's go for something easy. I know the cook is the infamous cook's quest, bringing some flour and eggs until they changed it. Let's check on the Xenia. Anything skill oriented. Red, dwarf, self the dwarf. Okay. Complete archaeology tutorial, right? You see, this is how new I am. I'm gonna be stuck on this guy for the next 5 minutes, man. I'm gonna open up the world map and see what's going on. Alright. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So typical. I actually want to go and find anything that would lead me to get in ranged combat in the game. Yeah. Quality of life, things I'm used to in other games compared to this game, clearly not shining through. How do I close this menu, man? What the fuck, Runescape? Okay. The first boss of Runescape has been found, boys. It is trying to figure out what the fucking menu means. Okay, come here, buddy. Let's see. We're gonna find a quest. Yeah, let's start there again. Anything skill oriented, because I assume it's gonna fit the farmer north of Lumbridge Market. Right. Activity tracker. How do I open a full overview of my activity? Okay. I'm gonna pause the recording for a bit and come back until I figure out my keybinds here, boys. Right. Holy shit. After playing around for like an hour, redoing my key bindings and equipment and hotkeys and no. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna change everything in future anyway, but we've got a starting point now at least, so could be worse, I guess. Could be better. Yeah. Guess we continue now. Why is this window so small? um, Introduction to the archaeology. Speak to acting guildmaster Raynar and the archaeology guild to begin. Right. Where would I find this man? As you can see, just got the over basic skills. What I really want to do is just figure out, yeah, the new player experience in this game. Not the best, is it, eh? So, how does one... I see, I already forgot about my activity tracker too. Um, I guess that's the main thing is... Where the hell is the archaeology guild? That does not. Arc? Ah. Right there. So where am I actually? Lumbridge. Okay. Wow. Wow, wee wow. That is a big ass map. Well, let's show me. And some members only quest. Okay, so this will show me quests on the minimap. Oh, not quests, I guess tasks. Members only, Restless Ghost. And I just want to learn some range skills. I guess I just gotta find some weapon. Right? Can I... Okay, so you can set custom markers. Okay. I just wish this wasn't so insanely cluttered, but I suppose I understand for what RuneScape is. Hello, Bob. Okay. So is he the taskmaster I clicked on? Or, oh, I suppose my marker's sitting right there. Right? Yeah, might be a bit frustrating to watch for you guys. I generally play every MMO on about 200 milliseconds worth of ping, so just eats my location. Unfortunately, I'm but a starving African child. Alright, let's open the world map and just try and get one task done, at least for the day. There's only... Let's start with us. Where's this ghost? Start with it and see where that takes us, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, toolbot. Nice quality of life thing they added. I remember reading about that. Alright, Father Eric. I know there's a bit of a disconnect in the world lore, like, the world's in the 6th age and we're supposed to be in the 5th age as our character, but I know that's that much. Yeah, so something a bit... Games, I guess, a bit fourth wall meta-y. Yeah, okay. So... I know it shows, like, when the quest was originally released versus when it was... North, south, through this graveyard. Let's see. Hello, lady. Do you want to give me a bow? Oh, what do you need? Okay. Sweet. Okay, I suppose that's the intended path, is seeing her and then going from there, right? Alright, seems a bit dodgy that I'm going into catacombs first without her, and this is her quest. Yeah, she about to ambush my ass, I guess. Okay, I've made some kind of blood pact. I think we should be able to speak to me if you have any questions. Yeah, I have a question. Can you give me a bow? Am I just gonna bum rush this guy? Oh, I know about the combat changes as well coming soon. Okay, so you got absolutely dropped. Run up and attack. Okay, not choose my fist. Alright. What's the supposed amazing adventure? Oh yeah, so this is the Revolution combat system. Which I know I should actually switch to manual, but I was struggling so much with the menus, I'm not gonna delve into that just yet. So I guess auto combat for now is the way to go. I know there's big combat changes coming this year. I read that somewhere. And I see they already took out most of the MTX. So a couple of guys in my guild were, well, in my Romance Meet guild were telling me about that when I told them I was thinking about this. Alright. Are you going to kill me? I feel like I should, right? Like, they're crazy cultists, so I wanna can sacrifice a check, but let me ask them some questions first. Okay, yeah. Yeah, typical. I didn't know shit. I was just led on by Reese. We did a blood pact. Yeah, you just went along with it. Of course you know what it involves. It doesn't seem like a bad guy, but I don't know, man. Wrong place, wrong time, I guess, brother. Sorry. Cheers. Yeah, you better not question my judgment. You got shot once. Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay. So this was the intended path, because now I can... Now I can use ranged, which was my... Flip the thing I wanted to do. Shit ton, I need arrows. Ah. Okay, so it's literally a combat triangle, rock, paper, scissors. This is kind of irritating. I wish I could take that away. But I suppose it's gonna help me shit ton later. Okay, look what you got. Boom. So how exactly does ranged outdo magic? I mean, I feel like it's just I want to stab a guy very far away versus I can summon actual fucking lightning. But okay. We don't question the rock, paper, scissors. But I think I'm gonna stick to range for most of my playthrough until I get bored of it. It's generally the playstyle I tend to go for in most MMOs. Yeah, I suppose everyone else got the same questions that us other guys. Oh, okay, so Reese actually was a good guy. And I just killed him. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm an idiot, sure. I'm new to this, right? Dragon's Inn, right? I drag these nuts across your face. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I see people praise RuneScape about is the interconnectedness of the world. I guess like Lumbridge is just as important as any other quote-unquote late game area. So I was thinking, okay, well, if the super powerful necromancer was here in like a basic ass village, why did nobody find him before? But the world building in that regard is good enough. Yeah, I mean, I already did it once, right? I might as well. Do I get a different reward if I'm the good guy? I don't really want to use magic, but I suppose I shall. Where did I find my magic to? Okay. Okay, so yeah, I know these are your auto attacks, and these seem to be your actual abilities, right? Yeah, so it's totally alright. You met him. So it was like a recent death, I guess. But it was like some ancient burial. Yeah, so runes are your ammo. Alright. Zamarakian cults do sometimes. Who the hell is Zamarak? Okay. Yeah, you okay? Alright. The legendary adventurer fell by one arrow. But I guess nobody in this game is like a chosen one or anything. Yeah, we're just rolling in. Yeah, I'm going to break your lucky, son. What is this meter? Uh, Immediately got my answer. It's adrenaline. Thank you. I assume adrenaline's a combat resource. Strong spells. Wait, does this game have... Oh no, so it's just my defense that leveled up to level 2. Okay. I was thinking it had general levels and then specific skill levels, but I see it's just skill levels. Yeah, it's a big ass menu I'm not getting into right now. Yeah, cool. Uh, If I hadn't killed other people, I'm wondering if I could have met them later in the world. I love how I've asked them all the same questions. Okay, so Saradomin's the good guy, Zamorak's the evil guy, and I assume there's a middle guy. Alright. Oh, enough questions. Cheers, bitch. You guys became the sacrifice. There we go. Okay. So you can't. Oh. So you can't dual wield. I'm gonna assume that you need a matching offhand. So like a offhand sword. So if I equip this. Well, let's see. So if I equip my dagger. Oh no, so I can have a dagger and a sword equipped, okay. So no like tooltip comparison that pops up. God, dude, I've never felt Dharma. I feel like a brand new gamer. Like, is that an advantage to dual wielding? Or, I mean, single handed? Probably. I guess I'll find that out now. Uh, no. I want to see where that tomb popped open, dog. Uh, okay. Come along, Ilona. I wasn't gonna let you take them. You got dropped with 1 arrow. You weren't really wounded, yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay. You're a solo. Alright. That's what I do. Should I do now? Yeah. Very sweet, so I can go straight to combat only. And lead at the blood pack. One quest points, 100 attack, strength, defense, range, and magic XP. Lamp. There's no air rooms, access to lumber's kit. Okay. So that was, I guess, the basic combat tutorial that I was asking for. Sweet. I mean, yeah, sure. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful illumination. Do I need a torch? Okay, no. Is that another player? Yeah. I mean, why do you just disappear? So I was wondering if this would be its own separate instance or not. I can switch. Yeah, I can't switch in the middle of combat. Okay. Is there a global cooldown? It looks like there is. Right? Should probably up my interface scale a little bit. I tried that. Gameplay, yeah. I can't even remember where I was now. I was under graphics, which I can't seem to change now. There was a charge bear that dropped. Did this player take that, or did my loot stack disappear? Okay. What do you do? That's alright. So I guess that's the thing, is loot instance to me, or... This guy's level 1, he says, okay, I'm getting fucked up. Import this guy. Use this adrenaline skill. Your bag is not the biggest in this game, yeah? Alright, these give you prayer XP, right? Yeah. Okay, so different mouse spots. Ah, okay. Okay. I think maybe for the sake of my own brain, because combat does feel sluggish, I'm gonna do what people tell you not to do. You see, you change the interface scale, it just pixelates completely. Which I guess is a side effect of the game that's all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn off Revolution Combat. Manual input automation. Manual input overrides automation until it is activated. So now, I'll try and see what we got here. Give Pearson shot my basic ability. So I guess if I press that, it's queued up, right? Okay. Stuns the target for 1.2 seconds and binds them for 9 seconds. That seems ridiculously overpowered. Okay, it can be cast during the global cooldown, so there is a global cooldown on abilities. Do I basic attack in between? Guess that's... I'm gonna figure that out. Because if you basic attack in between attacks like wow. Let's see. See, why am I still on Revolution Combat? Might been an idiot. Oh yeah, he's definitely going on cooldown. Right. I get the world building reason, but they should have just made those a straight entrance to those catacombs. Unless I just didn't save the option. There we go. Automate ability usage on the main action bar. Manual input overrides automation until it is activated. Only applies to necromancy combat. Okay. Then let's redo these like I would in other MMOs. I know there's auto heal option. Or not auto heal. Okay. Wi-Fi minimize this. Maybe because I'm a twit. Yeah, 100% ability queuing, especially with the. Why would minimize drop my main combat bar down and not my that's just not my secondary combat bar. But alright. Guess Piercing Shot is our basic attack. Binding Shot seems a little busted. Okay. That's quite a bit of damage. Much longer cooldown on that. Okay, 2 hits and damage is increased by 30% if this target is stunned or bound. So teams open with that, hit them with that, bind them with that. Yeah, that's a pretty high cooldown on that. Yeah, but then what's the point of those? Yeah, that one just seems strange, I suppose. And what does the icon vibe mean? Alright. These are all my adrenaline skills. Okay, so this is just a higher cooldown version of that one. I suppose I'll keep my adrenaline skills there. That is big smack. And I guess I'll sort them by varying degrees of. Yeah, this is probably the least entertaining video somebody's ever watched. Just some idiot trying to figure out how to play Runescape, the oldest MMO in the world. Yeah. Before EverQuest. Okay, so when it's circled, it means it's busy queuing up, I suppose. Okay, it was annoying me having all the menus open. Honestly, that was kind of irritating me, but I do see the point to it now. Yeah. Why do I have to... I'm ranged, aren't I, right? Why do I have to walk up to the fucking cockroach to shoot him? Yeah, the adrenaline seems pretty busted. I truly don't see the point to having both of these. I mean, yes, I know this does more damage if they're stunned or bound, but this is just generally better and has some... has a two-handed requirement, so I assume that's what that means. But the global cooldown seems to be... I'll just queue everything at once in my hotbar. QWER. Okay, obviously if it's not on cooldown then. Okay, cool. Guess that covers the basics of RuneScape combat, I guess. Maybe rotation is the best way to play them with the global cooldown and my lag. I don't know. That's something I'll have to decide on as I get a feel for it. Why? Is this what fletching? Yeah, literally fletching. Wait, so I craft an unstrung bow. Do I have to string it myself? I assume so. gonna assume obviously gonna need arrow shafts to craft arrows. No, do I? Which I assume once I get a once I get any kind of non-charge bow. Yeah, I guess threads. Okay. Well, yeah, Runescape, thanks. Why? This is frustrating. Like, why can't I just resize this? Alright. Okay. That was really frustrating. So I can have 2 items tracked at once. Okay. Okay. If I check my achievement path, this kind of gives me... okay, you just click it to get a guidance now. A guidance arrow has been added to my mini-map. That'd be so much more useful if I could actually see my fucking mini-map. Dude, yeah, there's a lot going on here. I assume there's also... Yeah, yeah, I shouldn't be adding instructions, just said. Well, I mean, okay. I think that's a good stopping point for this video. Little test. I know I literally did one quest and spent like 2 hours. Yeah, I paused it to look for you guys on an episode, but the basics are... Nah, I'm not gonna jinx it and even risk saying that. I know fuck all about this game, and it's still as confusing as hell, and as confusing as when I've read about it or watched it. So I think I'm gonna call it a night on RuneScape. for tonight and come back tomorrow. But this was a good test of a first video. I can iron out some issues. And yeah, hopefully post some more once I've improved a little and gone from there, because this game obviously has a lot to offer and I've only just gotten to the start of it, you know? So let me put my stuff into my bank. I'll clear that out when I have a chance and come back and do another recording of the game soon. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good night or a good day. And I will see you soon.